Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TCS eSports League. We're into game 2, or match 2, between Arcticgaming and the Monks side. Once again, I'm Switchblade Jay. Joining me, as he does, is Digital Bacon. Coming off a bit of a sweep, essentially, from that last one. Again, it was a bit of a one-sided affair for our opening game of the night. I'm hoping this one will be a bit more closer. But yeah, I don't really know how to feel about that last game. This new game coming up here is Arctic versus the Monks side. When they saw each other, Arctic went 3-1. So, you know, the last time that Whiff and Sir saw each other was 3-2. So I'm not sure whether that is evidence for the rest of this week, whether this will be another completely one-sided stomp, or
how about
whether the Monks have a little bit more to turn on.
Flips. So, you know, the complete opposite or a 3-2 is a sweep, essentially. So this is going to be a 3-1 again, because that's the same. Just let's say it flips the opposite way around. I don't know.
So you're saying Monks are going to win?
Clutching at straw. Yeah, Monks going to win. You know, I always back the Monk boys. Like, it's if you back the winners, you expect them to win. They're expected to win. You don't really get anything from it. If you back the lads that are the massive underdogs, the bottom of the league, if they lose, you're there like, oh, it's the Monks. If they win, you're like, hell yeah, it's the Monks. Let's do this. So I want the Monks to win. I will say it every single week. It's not changing, just because every little win is so special for those lads. That seems more hurtful than good. Every little win
they
is
are
good.
Still bottom of the league, you're right. And right now you can see the league standings at the moment. Right now, you updated it for the Servette victory. Obviously, they're completely even against Arctic Progressive. So for them to turn this around and be able to win this one, it does mean that not only they're going to separate themselves from that bottom two of the top 4 tie, they may even tie themselves up against Servette Geneva. So there's a lot to play for in this matchup for the Arctic side. Monks obviously got a little bit more grinding to do, as you say, you know, only being able to win 1 match, which is still, you know, close to E-LVETS, because E-LVETS is still 2-7 rather than 1-8. So there's a chance they can still escape the bottom seed of the relegation tournament. But, you know, against Arcticgaming, you know, I do like to root for the underdog myself, but when it comes to my personal predictions, I got to go with my head more than my heart. And yeah, I think Arctic should be able to pretty easily take control of this one.
Clearly a smarter man than me, but if anyone's going to follow their heart, it's got to be the Arctic side, because their boy Melox is his birthday today. So, of course, Stroby and Yagi, they've got to give him a present, don't they? It's just got to be work with him, get that win. That's a good way to spend your birthday, I reckon, winning a day of league play and cementing yourself a little bit stronger, ready for that LAN. It's only just over a month. It's a month and a half away. That's scary how close that is getting now.
Yeah, very, very close. We'll all be flying out to Zurich for that one, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And Arcticgaming are certainly one of the, not the shoe-ins, but certainly one of the teams that are in the picture to be going to the top 4 at the LAN itself. So a victory here will be a nice pickup for them, as I say, you know, tying up against Servette. Might even be able to overtake Servette if Servette choke their match a little bit later on today. Actually, that matchup is coming up after this one. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm guessing that I don't know how far we're expecting the Monks to go on this one, because you were talking about last week how, I believe it was Syntax, was this the one that was saying, or Stroby, who was saying that Monks, when they do show up, they are a team to be feared, but unfortunately it's only really 1 match that they've ever been feared at all.
So yeah, it was Stroby last week that said it, of course, from the Arctic roster, and he did say it was when they were clicking. If they're not clicking, they're, you know, that's their whole strength gone. Everyone accepts it. They're the least mechanically skilled players in league play. The addition of so we don't actually have Sabo Muffins. We got the original roster: Bad Monk, Deaf Monk, and Sad Monk. So I don't know how that's going to work out, because we haven't seen Deaf Monk for, I think it's 5 weeks now. He's been out of the picture for a while, so I don't know. Maybe Deaf Monk has gone away to some sort of Buddhist temple and has been doing his training for the last 5 weeks. Who knows? I am excited now.
He's been meditating in the art of aerial redirects. I believe may be the answer to that question.
You are one with the ceiling shots.
But yeah, look, as you're saying, we aren't even aware that Death Monk was standing in today. So we've just been thrown a complete curveball on this one. And again, we don't really know what Death Monk is going to be made of this week. We don't know what he's been doing for the last 5 weeks. We don't know if he's been practicing or training or what's going on. So going into this first game, this one is going to be one of the more interesting ones of the day, I feel, Bacon, as it looks like we're ready to get started with Arctic in the blue side and Monks in the orange. Kick off for game number 1 now. As it will be Death Monk to support Sad Monk, the man of the moment, alongside Bad Monk in the back lines. Aerial dribbles it, trying to get that opening goal scored. Can't quite get it all the way through down the other end of the field. Ball remains back towards that blue half of the pitch as it's the Monk side. Keeping that control away from anyone from the Arcticgaming side, not going to allow them to get started, and by extension, not allow them to get any sort of offensive pressure set up. Finally, Yagi's going to break the cycle, though, follow it all the way through, score the first for Arctic.
Death Monk did okay. His preparation just wasn't in defense, clearly. He's just been working on that attack. That's what we're going to say here. First 25 seconds, Shay, you can't call an entire series from the opening. I mean, we just looked at the last series and saw that as well. So, Monks, don't let this dishearten them, but Arctic will try and pounce and just keep dogpiling this to try and get an early lead. That's super strong. I'm liking the clearance there from Monk, but they have to follow up a little bit tighter.
And Melox with the dribbles now coming through. Monks have tried that dribble play as well. The shot will come through from Stroby as he gets demoed out of the server for the moment. Death Monk. They go for a shot downfield, and as you say, been working on that shooting tactic. But unable to get it in the back of the net. Right now, Arctic are accounting for every single play that Monks are being able to set up, every single position that they've taken, and every single passing play has worked up against them. Bad Monk will also be going a bit too high, going off that crossbar. Yagi going to try and find a position back here off the backboard, and no one can try and follow back around with another shot. He goes off the backboard. Bad Monk set up to take the position, but in the centre field will not be able to get anything done. The ball just gets cleared back over to that orange half. The Monk side control it. Arctic keep the pressure mounting, however. They're going to allow them to get such an easy clear.
Yeah, Monk's here doing very good. Get down the opposite end of the field. These attacks are from... It's these slight little touches from Arctic which are destroying the Monks here. Twice. Look at that, just slightly in front of net. Monk's not expecting it, just completely caught off guard.
2-0, so easy as well with that quick, that dribble as well from Melox, just working so well to get that redirect. Like, it was pretty much perfect from the entire Arctic line. And they're going to keep it going. The ball goes out towards that midfield. Death Monk missing out on Yagi, who flicks it up, allows Melox to go for a redirect. Going to try and return the favour. Stroby coming in from the mid position. It goes off the crossbar. Defended against this time on the Arcticgaming side. So they're going to remain in the lead of 2-0. And that is a really important thing right now. The Monks just can't seem to get themselves back into a clear contention right here. Can't seem to get themselves out of their own half at the moment. Arctic just keeping the pressure rolling as they pass, backboard touch. Bad Monk tries to find a position to clear it out the way, but Stroby quickly there to intercept to keep it back in the orange half. Death Monk finally with a good clear, but Melox cuts it off at the midfield line. And again, Arctic just keep the hype train rolling. 2 minutes and 30 left to go halfway through game number 1. Arctic have maintained full control of this so far.
They have indeed. It's purely down to finishing touches just not being there from the Monks so far. They're doing a lot of good passes to put it into the middle, but the finishing touches, when they are on target, they're a little obvious, Jay, and that's a problem for the Monks. Again, a little bit too obvious. It means it's easier for the Arctic lads to defend.
Death Monk continues the ball rolling off the backboard. Stroby takes it into the midfield. Gonna get fed away by another defender. Sad Monk trying to go for a redirect, dunks it down for Bad Monk. This could be the chance, and there we go. He wins a 50-50 challenge, and Monks score their first.
Nice little play from the two Monks here. Sad picking up essentially what Arctic were doing earlier for their second goal. Dropped it on down, caught off guard Arctic. I'm liking where this series is going.
This might end up being more interesting. It certainly was a slow start on the 3-minute marker for the Monks side. So can they keep it rolling here in the offensive pressure? Sad Monk keeping the ball rolling alongside Bad Monk. They're going to try and push it out of the way. Melox gets a good save, but the ball goes on the backboard. Death Monk can't make anything happen. Sad Monk shot on target. Melox defends it. The birthday boy holding it down alongside the rest of the defense squad. And they return back to the orange half. Good touch from Milox. It's gonna get close,
What
but
is
denied
that
by
thing?
Bad Monk. Yagi will come through off the backboard, going off the crossbar. Death Monk will be shoved out of the way, but can follow the ball through on the clear.
I'm still dumbfounded by that save, Jay. What was that? The Monks definitely knowing their angles at net and just loving a good spicy play. Yagi doing solid in defense there as well. This 55 seconds left to go. Still so much left in it.
Anything is possible. That's the key moment, the key word of the moment. 45 seconds left, a 2-1 scoreline. Still a chance to equalize if you are on the Monks side. Arctic is trying their best to keep things rolling. Milox running out of boost as well. We'll go back towards the mid position. Death Monk away. Stroby following it through. Yagi going to try and redirect it back down off the backboard to come through from Milox's angle. He doesn't quite find his position, but still able to keep the pressure rolling. Back off the backboard, Milox away. This is dangerous, but Yagi does come through the Batmobile and holds onto that control. At this point, they just have to play keep away. 10 seconds remaining. Asylum will be able to win their first game. Backboard going off. Milox couldn't quite make it happen. Yagi will pass back into the center field and able a chance right now, but Strobe with a nice touch going off the backboard. Yagi just have to kill it in front of the net. Arctic will win game 1.
Yeah, fantastic closing pressure from them. That's what got in the end. They saw they already had the goal lead. Hold on to it. Don't try and force anything more. Just put that pressure down your opponent's end. Do not look for that goal because you don't need it. Arctic do actually have a bit of a match on their hands here. Monk just need to tighten the screws a little bit, and they could, get up to level footing because they're not that far behind. One goal is nothing in Rocket League.
Yeah, absolutely not. That difference is such a close thing. So, it was very, very easy for Monk to be able to turn them back to a 2-2 and possibly push us to an overtime. So they're not out of the woods just yet. And obviously, it was Stroby, the man, that was saying that if they tighten up those screws, then they're going to be looking extremely solid. So I imagine that Arctic at this point in their camp was like, right, don't let your guard down. We were able to take a pretty dominant start in the first 3 minutes. We were able to win the match, but this second game, anything goes. And all bets are off. Do not count the Monks out just yet. They need to try and get an opening goal here, and Yagi will try to do just that, setting up the ball in front of the net, but Bad Monk takes it away here on the kickoff. Alongside Sand Monk, challenged by Milox. Stroby now comes through, drops it down in front for Milox to take control. He can't quite do it. All out of boost here, the blue players in the offensive line. Yagi comes through, back on the backboard, setting it up for Milox to take a position, but Bad Monk pushes it just far enough away. Sand Monk comes through as well. Strobe going to take that 100 boost away so he can control the midfield. We'll be able to get it past the first couple of defenders, but Bad Monk back in the back lines comes forward, pushes it into the corner. Keeps the pressure going for the Monk's side. Sand Monk also here, but Yagi passes to Strobe, gets it into the corner, back off the backboard. They're going to get a nice touch that goes a little bit too far wide, so the Death Monk misses. It's not a problem, as it remains at 0-0 for the first minute.
Yep, and I will say the lads of Arctic are wanting this opening goal too much. It might sound a bit weird to hear, but it's because they're trying to force it, Jay. Meaning their shots are going a little bit wide, a little bit high, and they're a little too obvious. It's like I was saying about the predictability of the Monks. They're just going straight for net. No, pass it about and make the Monks work in defense.
Oh, nice shot coming through from Sad Monk. And completely out-faked by his teammate, and overcommitment on the Arctic side punished. Death Monk didn't even need to, and Yagi realized, yeah, that's it, it's over. First goal going to be going to the favor of the Monk.
The boys stepping up, I said they would, and here they are. Arctic, you have to structure yourselves. They've been just going from pure skill, pure power, pure hits, pure ferocity, but they've got to use their smarts. Nearly so close, but the Monks hold on, and look at that counter. What a save from the birthday boy Milox.
Just coming up clutch when Silent, no, I keep getting them mixed up. Arctic needed it the most. I don't know how.
Names, completely different teams. Jay, you're just dumb.
I am dumb and I'm tired. And I got up only a couple hours ago after casting South American Counter-Strike, so shut up. Right now it's the Monks inside the blue box going for shot. Strobe just about coming in clutch for this save this time around. Maintain that pressure on that blue side away from them. Now Sandmonk takes the ball, runs with it straight forward in towards the challenge on the 50-50 of Yagi. Yagi is able to save it and get it out of the way, and returns it back to the orange side as they get themselves another goal here. Arctic equalise the scoreline.
So you know when I said they just got to use their smarts, Arctic? Look at Melox. Boom. Straight down the center. Stroby, he's just going to secure that away. Fantastic little play. Don't just go straight from there. Get those little pops first and then go for second touches. As soon as you get the ball, you do not need to hit it. Don't go with that mentality. Arctic, they've got room to grow here. They can absolutely take this game into their own hands.
Ball from Yagi, passes in. Stroby trying to go for the redirect, but can't keep it going. Again, Silent, all the pressure going off this backboard. Sandmonk's got to take it away, and will be able to do so. Stroby out of boosts, holds it down. Melox challenging towards the corner. He's going to get forced to back off. Yagi's got to maintain control, and he will be able to do so towards that midfield. Melox gets challenged, puts it into the corner. Deathmonk is in that corner to receive it. Now Melox follows it through, passes back, going to get challenged by Sadmonk. Yagi's still back in that blue half, so gets a good touch. Stroby going to push it away from position. Going to try to keep that defensive on its toes, because for the Monk side, they're still going to be in dangerous ball scenarios. And Melox couldn't follow through with the goal in this case, so they just...
If these flicks, these flips, these twists aren't connected, it's making the Monks think in second guess themselves. Apart from Savmonk, I just don't think he thinks. That's the problem.
Yeah, doesn't need to think. Just shoot.
Just do.
Just do it. Just do it, mate. There you go. Back to 2-2. As the Monk side are able to keep this match oh so even so far, with 40 seconds still left to go on the clock here, Bacon. Still a chance available for both sides. Arctic will try and follow the ball straight back into that orange half. They have got early control, but turned back around by the Monk side as they go for shots coming in from the bad Monk player. Deathmonk rotating all the way. He's probably going to carry it all the way through. Chips it twice, but Deathmonk comes back in with a save just to put it away from the center and put it off target. The ball will be returned back to the blue half where Melox passes back in. It's Sandmonk to take control on the aerial. Goes back off the corner, back into the center. Yagi now maintains it. 10 seconds left. Deathmonk keeping that pressure going. The Monks need only one goal to take the second game away and put things back to evens. Arctic, on the other hand, want to try and put themselves together. Not going to happen. Overtime for game 2.
Yep, game 2, overtime, a massive one. If Monks can take this, can absolutely sway the favor into their side. Arctic needs to continue to sweep, though, to look just absolutely dominating.
All the way back over in their half of the pitch. The Monks, Deathmonk. Oh, Deathmonk!
The boy's back.
Oh my word, he is back in business, baby.
Absolute scenes coming out from Deathmonk there. The play. He is just going to be printing that one out and putting it up on his bedroom wall, I reckon, because that was BEA beautiful from him.
What a play, man. What a play. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous from him. Oh, to end off the overtime and get Monk a equalized series, essentially. All 1-1 out here, Bacon. Arctic are not going to be able to run away with that one so easily. Reverse, oh sorry, Sweep City is off the cards for this one. So let's see. Yep, we had one good sweep, but no more.
Your brooms away, ladies and gents. You won't be needing the mirror.
So kick-off for game 3. Winner will be going to match point between Arctic and the Monk side. We're going to the favour of Monk right here as Deathmonk starts things off. Sam Monk trying to receive, actually misses the ball entirely. There's a bit more midfield presence from Bad Monk and Deathmonk. Melox completely missing out the ball of his own accord. He's going to miss out Sad Monk off the corner into the midfield. It's Melox going off the back ball, going to try and redirect it in. Oh, a little bit off target. Yagi couldn't follow it through. So the first goal opportunity taken by Arctic, but they're unable to score. We get returned back to Butter Monks now. Salmon going to control it, but can't quite get it in. Now Melox trying to set up Stroby, but can't get the goal in of their own accord.
Good spacing so far from both sides. Yagi's playing very defensively It's quite good. It means when they're sending 2 players up and they are sending them very close to each other, you've got that third man back who can just watch and wait to make his own move. Monk going very, very wide on the opposite hand, and they're looking to go for that normal trio rotation. Let's see which style comes out on top.
All dangerous for the Monks. Yagi going to try to find his opening. Stroby challenge on Sad Monk. Sad Monk will chip it away. Melox returns into that midfield. Bad Monk setting up Death Monk. There's no one in the net. Yagi misses, but so does Death Monk. Unfortunate enough, he gets demoed out to take away all the offensive pressure from the Monk side. So Arctic are able to return to the orange half, but not for much longer. Gets returned back to that corner. Sad Monk challenging Melox, and Melox will put the ball far out. Yagi demoed away. If they can follow through with a shot, that would be great, but it doesn't look like they can. Stroby and Melox carrying the ball all the way through their aerials of the backboard. It will go, but Sandmonk takes the control away, back over towards the corner. Yagi going off the backboard one more time, and Bad Monk this time is the man to control it. Sandmonk follows it through all the way into the corner. Stroby puts it off target. Death Monk goes for a shot. The 2 players are able to defend. Melox coming through with a third defend. Past the midfield line goes Stroby, so a chance now set up for the Arctic side. Melox no boost, still challenging successfully. Yagi going back off into the centre field. Ball is dangerous, and it will be taking a shot on Stroby's part. They're going way too far wide of the mark.
It's because they're a little bit too scared to take hits at the moment, too scared to finish. They know that this is going to be a very low-scoring game, and they just want to make sure that when they do put those shots on, they're going to hit the target. Nearly there from Stroby. Death Monk does very well to put it in the corner.
Stroby just running out of boost, a little bit too far out of position. Now Bad Monk's going to take the ball all the way forward. He's too far left. Sandmonk tries to recover, but he had an open net and he still whiffed it. The Monks now back on the back foot, and Stroby takes it into the centre field. Sandmonk and Bad Monk will be able to gain that control and try and control it, but Stroby going in off the crossbar. Secondary touch, almost going in, but not going in all the way. The Monks side still hold it down here in the midfield. Melox falling back. Bad Monk puts it over towards the blue corner. Stroby challenges for it alongside Melox. Sandmonk getting his chance. A stab at a good shot, which will go off the backboard, but too far left field again. The inaccuracy from both teams is hurting them pretty direly. Oh no, the redirect coming back, but it's too far back. Stroby still maintaining that control towards the box. The Monks almost whiffing a very crucial open net.
Yeah, Sad Monk here just finding Death Monk doing very well. You can see passing plays starting to link up. That's what the Monks are going to go for. They're just going to look for these clean passing plays to work their ways around defense. Arctic, clearly though, just want to assault their opponent's net. Just keep hammering away and finally hope for a crack.
A minute and 15 left to go. A completely scoreless game. As Death Monk challenged by Arctic players in the midfield. All back in, Stroby, away from position. Sad Monk puts it away. Bad Monk redirects it to keep the ball away from any predictable positions. Now Yagi gets it over to Melox, challenged by Death Monk up at the top. Yagi back into the centre. It's Melox that takes that control away. Actually almost sets up the clear for the Monk side. Death Monk is going to carry it all the way through towards the shot, but Melox does rotate back in time. Corner boost taken. Yagi's going to return it back over to the midfield of the orange side. Melox puts it back in for a setup. It's very, very close and dangerous. Stroby going to come through for the aerial. It's dunked down, but it's going too far wide. And again, Arctic gets so close to the mark, they just can't push the ball over the line. 30 seconds remain. Everyone misses on that ball control. Death Monk able to get the clear as a result, but it looks like we might be in for another overtime here. Bacon, one last shot opportunity will get cleared away by the 2 defenders. Bad Monk will center it up, a very dangerous ball. Stroby should be able to take that away, no trouble, no bother. And here we go, the final 10-second countdown on game 3 will be returned back over to the orange half. They just have to maintain control and play in the overtime. Yagi back off the backboard, dangerous ball inside, but it looks like it will touch the floor. Remaining on the crease for the moment, Sad Monk holding it down, but finally it's pinched and we are in overtime.
Double overtimes, last one being 2-2, this one 0-0. Let's see who can come out on top. Golden goal situation here. Super close. And like you said at the very start of this game, Jay, this one decides who's going on to match point and sort of gets that upper hand. Gets a little bit of a safety net for the rest of the series.
Death Monk down. Couldn't quite get the goal he wanted. He return by Sandmonk, and Stroby's also going to be here. Ball in center. Melox try and take that away. Will be successful in doing so. Ball back in, pinched in front. Sandmonk challenging onto Stroby. Ball will go centered up. Badmonk going to boom it downfield. Unsuccessful in setting up a shot, so they just keep it going. Yagi back into the midfield. Sandmonk chips the ball up once. It's Melox to put it back down over to that box. Badmonk puts it into the corner. Followed up by Sandmonk and Deathmonk rotating in from the same positions. They're going to set up a shot on Melox's part. No! It's too high. Bounces off the crossbar one more time. They just can't seem to break the cycle. Neither team getting close enough, but maybe the shot could come through. No, Melox able to feed away.
Oh, Melox nearly getting all the way down to the net as well. This is a hard one to call, Jay. Melox is going to be the difference maker, I feel, once again. Nearly. He's trying his darndest, but none of these shots can just hit the mark.
And that's the problem. They all just can't seem to hit the mark. They just can't seem to get over the line. As close as Arctic may get, Melox will finally have another chance, but it goes too far wide. The number of wide shots here in this game.
And Monks are crumbling at the same time, which is scary.
Very, very scary for this team, considering how important this victory means to them. Again, Arctic continuing the pressure as they get close to that line. Melox take it away from Yagi. Tries to see if he can get a pitch shot back into the mid position. Stroby keeping that ball inside. Melox going to go for a shot off the backboard. Secondary touch is going to just pinch it up, allow Stroby to go for an aerial, but Badmonk will get there first. They're just reading it so well here on the part of the Monks. And again, another great redirect from Stroby. Just pushed too far. You're overcooking it just by that little bit. Now Deathmonk will try and take control. Dribbles it past Yagi, or tries to at least. Yagi gets the 50-50 on him and the secondary player. And once again, Arctic are able to clear back to that orange half as they continue this pressure on the backboard.
I don't know what it is about Arctic and open nets. They clearly just don't like them. They want a bit more of a challenge. They want a good goal. That one, the birthday boy delivers once again. I'd say it's a solid goal. Not good. Solid there from the angle. Nicely taken.
The one time the communication breaks down for the Monks side and all three players triple commit to the ball. And there it is. Arcticgaming will take match point at 2-1 now in the series, but this is certainly not an easy affair for this squad, Bacon. It was not the one game, the 10-0 sweep that we saw earlier. It was not anything like Arcticgaming's opening game here today. Monk have thrown up a hell of a fight, and they don't seem to be stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, they are just looking to absolutely put up a challenge. Monk, they're not out of it. You've already got that one win. It was a 1-0 game in overtime, of course. Monk's just got to take it into this next game and go, okay, this is what we did wrong. We need to just focus on our communication. Too many double commits, too many triple commits, and that's what hurt us. Is if they can just communicate effectively with each other, they can quite easily get the lead of this game 4.
Well, early kickoff will favour the likes of Arctic. Melox, a fantastic redirect. How do you even hit an angle like that? Watch this again. Stroby with a setup and then basically hitting it with the back and side of his car. Fantastic opener for the Arctic side.
Yeah, a little booty bump. That was the way it was. Just absolutely get it whacked on the side and whip it into the net. 16 seconds. Bacon is done. And that's all they needed to assert themselves into game number 4. Arctic, they couldn't get a sweep, but a 3-1, that's what they're hoping for. And hoping they will have to continue to do.
Yeah, quickly firing back on the Monk's side. Badmonk threading the needle past all the players that were held to that right-hand side, recognizing a massive defensive mistake. And there we go. 1-1 quickly back on the board for these boys. As Deathmonk and Badmonk take the early shot opportunities here towards the kickoff. Melox putting that ball back into the corner. Sandmonk takes it as everyone pitches it away. Melox going to try and put that ball into the corner. Sandmonk still follows it all the way around. Tries to set up one of his teammates in the mid-center. And Deathmonk will win the match to take control. Now follows it through with an aerial shot that will not be going successfully. Two players there. The defender will make sure that nothing is going to get taken by the Monks lead. So, minute in, a goal each. Again, very quick shots coming through. The Monks have had a bit of offensive pressure, but now it's Arctic's turn, but not for much longer. Bad Monk will put that into the midfield. Now Yagi follows through. 5 boosts left. He can't get it all the way through. So Melox are just not going to get any chances to clear off the backboard, return back to that blue half.
That pinch there as well, massive, because that'll gain ground here for the lads of Monk. They'll be able to take it downfield. You can already see this midfield control starting to take place. They just got to be careful not to overexert or hit so hard that Bad Monk has to really reach and climb for it. Melox is being cheeky.
Outstyle his way to victory here, Bacon. Yeah, he's been taking those like small style, slow style kind of dribbles. Stroby comes in with some nice quick aerial dribbles though. It doesn't quite go the way that you wanted it to, but Melox certainly feeling like he's got it today. Ooh, but the demo comes back on Yagi. This is dangerous for the Monk side. Not quite enough. Monk will still put another good shot on the part of Bad Monk, but doesn't quite follow it through. Again, we remain at 1-1, all evened up here on the board. At the halfway marker as well, Bacon, is still anyone's game, but you can see the confidence playing coming in from the Arctic players, particularly Melox, as you say, taking those small style dribbles. He does get an awkward clear back up the way. Sandman could try and punish this a little bit too far forward, so just as I was saying that, he may have already put my words to paid. Still all evened up.
Maybe Melox just doesn't care. He is so confident in his team's ability to close this one out that he don't mind. He's on a good time high. He's had a lot of cake on his birthday. Sugar definitely kicking in, and he just wants to win this.
There's 2 minutes to go before one team could win this. The Arctic side are going to get pressured down by Bad Monk's passing again. He couldn't quite get the shot he wanted to. It goes wide to the right-hand side. Death Monk still maintains his pressure as it goes up off the crease, back off the backboard. Melox maintaining his control back into that midfield. It's Yagi over into the corner. Melox trying to follow it through. No good shots coming through from the Arctic side as of yet. Now Yagi controls it one more time. It's Death Monk to challenge. The Monks just keep this back and forth affair going, trying to set up a dangerous ball. Melox will be able to put that off center. Make sure that Arctic are not going to concede this lead, at least not just yet.
Yeah, I can definitely see in chat now as well the talk about points. Unfortunate there from Death. Couldn't get onto it. Sad. We'll keep this pressure going. And for me, this is what the Monks need to work on most, was this sort of like pressure play. Look, they just hit the ball, put it into their opponent's backlines, and then leave it. They need more of that, Jay. They need more of these follow-up plays. Just a little too high, though.
And finally, Sadmon gets one in the back of the net. The Monks getting a 2-1 now on the board. They've taken the lead away from game 4. Arctic, just when you thought they had everything against their backboard and had all the cards held towards them on the defensive, they finally give up the ghost.
Looking at this, I think, looking at the points, Monks are still in this. They could still make top 4. If they win every single game here, Jay, and Arctic lose every single game. I think that's how it comes down to it. So, Monks, you've got to set the tone now. You've got to get the gears rolling, because a loss here, well, that's sorted you and set you down into the lower half for sure. Melox, though, doesn't care about that, and you can see he's already trying to style his way downfield once again.
20 seconds left. It's Bad Monk keeping control. Yagi from Stroby into the corner. Sandmonk missing his chance. Melox gets it into the center. Sandmonk with another crucial miss. Death Monk trying to maintain that control, just trying to stall for time now. Arctic another chance on the back of the net. Stroby missed out by Bad Monk. Yagi keeps it going, but not quite going far enough. Melox got to rotate back. Bad Monk will actually put it into his position. Going to try to keep it high. Yagi comes through with the secondary follow-up. Stroby going to be down here to defend it. Now Melox maintains that pressure up in front of the net. Who's going to take it? Yagi will take it. Melox now with an aerial dribble. Challenged again by Sad Monk. Stroby can't keep it up. And there we go. Monk's going to push us to game 5.
To game 5 we go, and this is the decider. Which is stronger, the head or the heart? Jay, you went with the Arcticgaming roster, thinking that was going to do it. You're following your head. The heart, though, following Monk. Which one comes out on top? Guys in chat, who do you think are going to take it? Is it going to be the Monks or Arctic? Let us know.
Place your bets, because this one just got interesting. The heavy favourites of Arctic now going to get forced all the way here on this series. Been a little bit of time since I've seen a best of 5 in TCS go all the way to the 5th game. So let's hope for a fun one. And certainly if the Monks are going to be able to keep this form up, they could make it extremely strong against Arctic for this next game here. So let's not hold it against them. Let's not try and count them out just yet. This could still end up being a Monks victory, their second victory in the tournament, in the league so far. So a chance being bought. Here we go. A victory, it would be necessary for them to keep themselves alive for that top 4 placing. As game 5 comes up to fruition. Kickoff from Stroby and Deathmonk will start things off. Badmonk into the center field. Yagi will get it over to Stroby here towards that corner play. Won't be able to find everything they need on the Arctic side, but a chip back into the center. Milok's going to try and find an angle alongside Stroby here. Getting it off the crease back in towards that corner. Milok's just a nice demo, passes in towards Stroby's angle, but he's a little bit too far back. So offensive pressure not being taken on full commitment on the Arcticgaming side. They will be forced to rotate back away eventually as the Monks try and find the opportunity to clear. Milok's still going to keep their challenge going. The ball centered up for Stroby to take control. Challenge by Sadmonk will get it over to that blue half. Now Deathmonk going to try and follow around with a good shot. Completely misses out the ball, so back to the midfield, the ball will be playing.
Yeah, I was just there like, oh, there's your eventually, Jay, of them having to rotate back. And it is purely from massively long clears coming out from the Monks. That's how you break it down. If you notice your opponents, in this case Arcticgaming, are just holding that midfield line, get a massive long clear, put it over them, back into their back lines to allow you some time to breathe and work out.
This ball getting dangerously close towards that net. Milok's now going to try to go for the flip reset, completely missing it out. Still allows a chance for Yagi to get the shot, but Badmonk is there. Set it up perfectly to try and defend it, and he will defend it indeed. We remain at 0-0 here in the opening minute and 30 seconds, but Arctic have had all the offensive pressure so far. As Yagi keeps that ball going into the center field. Good touch from Milok, passing to Stroby. He takes a good shot on target. It's too far left and too far wide, so no goal taken. Deathmonk will return it, and actually no one defends it. Monk's going to draw first blood in our final game of the series.
I don't think many people have thought that as well with this game 5. Near enough continuously going Arcticgaming's favor. They were the ones putting on the pressure, and then it was a simple overcommitment. It strikes even the toughest teams. Deathmonk picking up on that just sends the ball hurtling towards his opponent's net. Well, it was a good one.
3 minutes left to go on the clock. The Monks with the offensive pressure going for them. Yagi, it's the ball into the center where Stroby is there to go off the backboard. Secondary touch actually completely misses it out. Milok can't maintain control. He will push the ball off to the right-hand side. At the very least, that challenge was good for something, but still Badmonk and Sadmonk going to try and go for the passing play, double touch action. Deathmonk against Milok. Milok gets it past Badmonk here to the midfield. Badmonk will pass in center. Sadmonk is here to receive. Good shot on target. Will go down. Milok pushes it back away to the other side. Deathmonk maintains that ball control once again. Yagi back into the orange half. We've ticked by that 2 minute and 30 marker, so we are on the halfway point of game 5. Still a single goal in the lead for the Monks side, so Arctic needs to try and turn that inaccuracy to their favor relatively quickly. So they do need a goal to try and equalize here in the series.
Yeah, he is getting very, very close to crunch time for Arcticgaming. Monks are playing this very clever now, Jay, which is pressure plays, keeping it moving down into the opponent's back line, and then they'll hold the midfield. Unfortunate little mishap in rotations here, and Stroby jumping onto that! Ooh. Ooh.
And that is a nice way to finally score one for the Arctic side.
Ooh.
A very similar sort of play style, baiting in the defensive over to that right-hand side and passing immediately in towards the left. I think we saw Monk use that at least once throughout the course of this series. So again, punishing those small mistakes that both teams are making. Arctic now buy themselves a chance back into this. Couldn't quite keep the offensive pressure going off the back of the kickoff. Ball goes in. It's going to be a shot coming in from Badmonk. Stroby able to defend it alongside Yagi. Milok's coming through as well to hold it down. Arctic just up towards that midfield. It's e-LVETS that takes the mountain of control. Completely out of boost, so can't follow it all the way around. Yagi has the ball in, passes forward. It's Strobe to take a shot, but denied on the 50-50 challenge. Means the offensive pressure goes to the favour of Arctic. These boys have a minute to try and break the cycle, break the deadlock even scoreline.
Well, Monk's now starting to show their nerves. They're just focusing on the defense, Jay. Defense does not win you a game. It holds a lead. They've got to work on the attack, the Monks, lads. They are downfield, but nowhere near the ball. Arctic still looking stronger here.
Just by a little bit, though. 40 seconds. Again, they've got a shot set up. e-LVETS couldn't quite find the marker, neither could his teammates follow through. Yagi maintains that pressure again. Ball back into the center. Someone could take a shot from that, but e-LVETS quickly going to take that control, gets it past the first man. Demo comes through, but Yagi puts it off center. A chance once again being bought by Silent as Strobe takes it into the midfield. e-LVETS going in for a quick touch, but challenge 50-50. Keeps that ball in contention. The ball's going wide. Bad Monk with a shot. It's just going to get defended by e-LVETS once again. The birthday boy getting some birthday miracles going for these guys. As Yagi controls e-LVETS with a setup. Secondary touch could go through. Not quite. It goes to the midfield. And the timer ticks to 0. The ball going to touch the floor. Another overtime for today.
Is that 4 out of 5 overtimes now, Jay?
Yes.
Damn,
yes,
these lads are just taking it right down to the wire. This is such a fifth. No, it's
no
not.
way!
Deathmonk comes back into it. Coming back this week after his time where the training kicking on in, and unfortunately for Arcticgaming and of course for e-LVETS, he is going to get birthday beaten.
And Deathmonk. Wow, what a flip reset to get us into a victory for the Monk side. Their second victory in the TCS eSports League. And Deathmonk was the wild card for that one there, Bacon. He was the 1 point of contention. It was like, right, if he shows up, Monks will have a decent chance. We wasn't sure what it was made of, but he was made of some serious stuff right there. What a play to close out the series.
Yeah, and we'll say Arcticgaming, this was probably one of the sloppiest we've seen them play. They weren't getting these passing plays. Their shots weren't on target. It just seemed like they couldn't get themselves out of a slump. And Monk were fighting on through. They were a team that focused on their defense before attacking. They were allowing Arctic. They sort of saw what their opponents were doing, adjusted to it, and then just got those breakaways. Big win from Monk. Like I said, they're expected still to end up in the bottom 4 and unfortunately have to go into the playoff relegation sort of tournament. But seeding still counts for that, and Monk know it. They're making their names heard now, and they are getting themselves ready for it.
But for the time being, they have equalized against the E-LVETS side, so they are in contention for a chance to steal away and start moving up the rankings a little bit. And speaking of E-LVETS, they're in action next. Servette Geneva, the top 2 team right now, are going to be taking on the bottom 2 teams. So join us after this very short break. We'll be back with even more TCS action as we go into the second half of our games for today.